Okay, so let's jump right in. Today we're doing a deep dive on a really interesting piece of gear, the Thor Broadcast H-SPARTAN-1. And on the surface, it's an encoder, a streamer. But it feels like it's really trying to solve a specific problem, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's a bridge. It's trying to connect, the very rigid professional world of studio video with the, let's call it the organized chaos of internet streaming.
A bridge, I like that.
And what's fascinating to me right off the bat is just the sheer audacity of its input option.
It's a triple threat.
Exactly. You've got your standard HDMI, of course,
Yep.
but then you have one CVBS input, which is that old school analog composite video.
Right.
And most important one, a proper SDI input.
Okay, I have to stop you there. If the goal is beautiful 1080p streaming, why on earth would you even include a CVBS port? Isn't that just bloat?
You'd think so, but it's all about utility. It means you can take an old security camera, maybe a legacy video deck, things we thought were long dead, and pull them into a modern workflow.
Ah, okay. So it's about not leaving any signal behind.
Precisely. But the real anchor, the professional heart of this thing, is that SDI input. That's your shielded, zero-latency signal that studios depend on.
So you get this high-quality feed-in, then it has to compress it, right? What's the thinking there? It says H.264.
Yeah, and that's a very strategic choice. H.264 is, well, it's about universal compatibility.
Yeah.
They chose it over something more efficient, like H.265, because it just works everywhere.
Makes sense.
And it'll take in a signal up to 1080p at 60 frames per second, which is beautiful, but the output is capped at 1080p 30.
So why that drop in frame rate? Why go from 60 down to 30?
That is a very deliberate nod to the realities of the public internet. 30 frames is just more stable, it uses less bandwidth. It's about prioritizing a successful, stable stream over, buttery smooth frame rates. Which brings up the big question, right? How does a single box handle two completely different network environments?
You mean streaming inside a building versus streaming out to the world?
Exactly. And that's where its split personality comes in. On a local network, a LAN, it uses protocols like UDP and RTP and can push a really high bitrate up to 14 megabits per second.
So that's for high-quality internal monitoring where you want to see every detail.
Perfect for that. But once you go out to the WAN, the public internet, everything changes. The protocols switch to things like HLS, HTTP, and the big one, RTMP.
RTMP is the key for YouTube, Facebook Live, all that.
That's the one. And to make sure that stream survives the journey, the bitrate is tightened up. It's capped at a more manageable 8 megabits per second.
And it's not just about the stream itself, it's the professional controls. I'm seeing you can manage it from the front panel, but also a web interface and an NMS port.
That NMS port is huge for operators. Full remote control. And you can't overlook the closed captioning support, EIA 608 and 708.
That's not just a feature, that's a requirement for a lot of broadcast work, isn't it?
It's a deal breaker. Without that, a lot of major distributors in the US won't even talk to you. This box makes you compliant right out of the gate.
Okay, so with all this packed in, the SDI, the compliance, the dual network modes, I have to ask about the barrier to entry. What's the price tag on something like this?
Well, the MSRP is listed at $1,250, but the street price right now is about $895.
So under $1,000.
Yep. And that includes a 2-year warranty and free shipping in the US.
Is that premium justified, though, for a single channel?
I think it is, purely for that SDI port and the compliance features. And you have to see it in the context of their whole product line. The Spartan-1 is the agile single-channel starting point.
But they have bigger solutions if you need to scale up.
Oh yeah, they have things like the HD Performix 24, which handles, like the name says, 24 channels in one chassis.
Sure.
The Spartan's just the entry point to that whole IP strategy.
So when you boil it all down, what this H-Spartan-1 really is, it's the essential translator. It lets the old broadcast world speak fluently with the new IP streaming world.
It really is. Which, leaves you with a pretty interesting thought. If this one box can take a truly ancient analog signal, that CVBS input, and stream it live in HD directly to social media, what does that mean for all that other obsolete professional gear still sitting on shelves in studios everywhere? Maybe it has a much longer life than we